Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we'll be talking about the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves playoffs, expectations, predictions, preview. If you just want to hear my prediction, just go to the end of the video and it'll be there. Final 2 minutes will give you my thoughts. So let's get right into it. The Denver Nuggets are the 3 seed. The Minnesota Timberwolves are the 6 seed. And I think the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets have a lot of animosity because they've met several times in the playoffs. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're on the way to 20,000. I can't get there without your guys' help. So, Denver enters the series with the better record, home court, and one of the most efficient offenses in the league. The Nuggets finished 54-28, ranked first in the NBA in scoring at 122 points per game, first in offensive rating, and first in field goal percentage, first in three-point percentage. They had a plus 5.2 net rating, and this is a team that looked like a contender. Minnesota has come into its own. The Timberwolves went 49-33, ranked 7th in scoring at 118 points per game, 8th in defensive rating at 113.5, 10th in both net rating and SRS. I think that's what simple rating system is what Basketball Reference calls it. So this is a team that's also been able to hold their own. They play faster than Denver with a almost 101 pace compared to Denver's 98.4, and they bring more defensive ability on paper. The teams split the season with Denver after losing the first 3 meetings and then beating the Nuggets 117-108 on March 1st. And that series, I think, matters. Like, Denver winning those first 3-1s and then Minnesota answering late in the year at Ball Arena isn't your typical like split series. I think in the sense that the Nuggets won earlier in the year and both teams have been like different. So Denver's offense and just team starts and begins with Nikola Jokic, the MVP. Nobody can replicate what he does. He averaged another triple-double, 28 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, shooting 57% from the field, 38% from 3. He's a guy that if you look at every advanced number, he's a dog. He gives this team a floor that few other players do for a team in this league. Jamal Murray, legit all-star, all-NBA player, an elite secondary creator, averaging 25.7 assists while shooting 48% from the field, 43% from 3. The Murray-Jokic pairing is one of the best in the league, and it drives this top offense because both players score well and create easy looks for everyone else. The Nuggets also spaced the floor at a high level. Tim Hardaway Jr. averaged 13.5 points and hit 41% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. Cameron Johnson added 12.5 points on 43% from 3. Julian Strawther shot 38% from deep. Spencer Jones shot 39%. And even Aaron Gordon knocked down 38% of his jumpers. Denver does not just have stars. It has depth. And Denver also gets downhill pressure and secondary playmaking from Christian Braun, Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown. To me, Gordon averaging 16.6 rebounds, 3 assists while also being their best defender. Brown being another one of their best point of attack defenders, giving them 12 points a night, 65% almost effective. I guess 65% shooting inside the arc to go with that 52% shooting. Bruce Brown's another guy that I just mentioned, been very versatile since returning to the team. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal across all 82 games. What's crazy is it's the same thing that's always plagued the Denver Nuggets in the Nikola Jokic era. The issue is defense. They're really bad. 21st in points allowed, 21st in defensive rating, and allowed opponents to score almost 117 points per game. Minnesota has enough size, rim pressure, shooting, and scoring to test that weakness throughout the series. Minnesota brings, I think, more balance than Denver defensively, even if they're not as deep. And I think they have enough shot creation to punish Denver's weaker point of attack. Anthony Edwards leads that charge. He's averaged this season 29 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 35 minutes, 49% from the field, 40% from 3. He's a dog. He's the best pure scorer in the series outside of Jokic. And he can bend the defense in ways Denver struggles to contain, as we've seen in the past few years. Second year with the team, Julius Randle gives Minnesota another volume scorer and playmaker. He averaged 21.7 rebounds, 5 assists in 79 games. He has a 26.5% usage rate and a 23% assist rate, which shows how much he actually is getting the offense ran through him. He attacks weaker defenders, drags Denver's forwards into space. He can change the tone of the game. Jaden McDaniels is a major swing factor, not only because of his defensive ability, but the two-way value. He averaged this year 15 points, 51.5% shooting, 41% from three, adding 1.1 steals and a block. That is 61.1% true shooting with one of the best defensive perimeter wings in the league in Jaden McDaniels. And then Rudy Gobert continues to be solid. The ageless wonder at this point, the Frenchman. Rudy Gobert anchors that defense and has been really efficient inside. 11 points, 11.5 rebounds, 1.6 blocks, and almost 70% from the field at 68. Naz Reid is probably going to win Sixth Man of the Year. Gives him a switch big who can stretch the floor, be a microwave, averaging 14 points and 2 made threes per game. Then they have the supporting cast that gives them a lot of functionality in the playoffs. Dante DiVincenzo, 12 points, 4 assists, and he had 244 threes this year, 38%. Ayo DeSumo, 24 games with the team so far, 14.5 points, mid-range assassin, great defender, can play 1, 2, or 3, 4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 52% shooting, and 41% from 3. Bones Highland, the herky-jerky point guard who can also play combo guard and have 8.5 points as a microwave, 2.6 assists, shooting almost 39% from deep. Terrence Shannon Jr. shot 41% from 3. Minnesota has shown that they can put real scoring pressure on Denver even beyond its starting lineup. Obviously, the fear is health. Edwards, Randall, McDaniels, Gobert, Conley, DeSumo, Bones Highland, and Reed all are dealing with nagging injuries from the season. But Minnesota has the depth to survive stretches, and Denver's continuity at the top and championship pedigree might put them to the edge. It's a simple matchup where is Denver's offense good enough to beat Minnesota's defense? That's the main one. Denver's an incredible offense. Minnesota is a great defense. Will Minnesota be able to shrink the floor and have Jokic make his teammates beat him? Or put it around, shut down everybody and make Jokic just beat him? Will Minnesota's players show up? And will their bench show up? I think there's more players that the Denver Nuggets need to show up. Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Brown need to show up as Minnesota's going to try to shut down Jokic and Murray, while Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, and Dante DiVincenzo need to be impact players. So I really think it's as much as I think Jokic in the term have the best player in the matchup, I think the Timberwolves have proved late in the season that they can beat Denver, and they've done it in the past. They got a creator, they got a takeover guy in Edwards, and another guy in Randall, Gobert, McDaniels. So I'm gonna say the Timberwolves in 7. What do you guys think? But yeah, I feel like that's a fair assessment. To me, look, Denver still has 2 of the best offensive players. Jokic, as I mentioned, the MVP, best player in this. Murray's an all-NBA player. Nuggets has the best offense. Yeah, they won 3 of the 4 regular season meetings, but I think their defense is just not going to be able to contain Minnesota.